Hey, everybody, this is Flavio Romeo. And on this episode of the Towncast, we had the opportunity to talk to Ethan Ramos, who's a Hawthorne, New Jersey high school graduate. And he's a wrestler, and he's been wrestling since he was a child. And he's on his way to the 2024 Olympics in Paris. So please join me in wishing him a lot of luck. Find him on social media. And he also has a Spot Fund Me page where he's trying to raise money so he could bring his family along with him. All right, enjoy the episode, everybody. All right, everybody. I know everybody is so excited in this area that we have an Olympian. He's going to be going to Paris in 2024. He was state champ. I'm going to let him tell you everything about it, but it's Ethan Ramos. Ethan, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So I want to ask you first, when you got the call, how did it even work? Like, how did you find out, okay, you're going to the Olympics?
Yeah, so there's a process within each country, right? So like there's three qualification tournaments. But you have to be the representative for your country, right? So Puerto Rico does their qualification tournament for the team, which is the Nationals, and that's in December. All right, so once I went there, I won that. I had a best 2 out of 3 match, and then I'm the guy for that team. So now I gotta qualify that weight. And so the first qualifier was in Serbia for the World Championship, and I missed that. And then the second qualifier was for the Pan Ams, and I was in March 1st, and I was in Acapulco, Mexico. So that's where I qualified. That one you have to win the semis to get to the finals, and then they just cut it off and say qualified. So it was me and Canada. And then there's a third qualifier, which is the last chance. I'm not exactly sure the date. I think it might be this weekend or it's around now. But then that's like best two or the top two guys in that end up qualifying the weight. There's like top 5 in the world, top 2 per continent, and then top 2 for last chance.
And when do you officially go over to Paris?
Um, I'm gonna go on the 24th of July.
So 24th of July, you're packing your bags, you're going to Paris. Do you know anybody else that's going, like from other countries or people you competed against?
Oh yeah. Cause yeah, I've made some friends like within different countries. I know like yeah, I know a couple of the Mongolians going. I know some of the Latin American guys going, or Pan American really, I'd say. But then also with our team, like when I qualified, there was 2 other guys that qualified at the same time for Puerto Rico, Darian Cruz and Donovan Smith. And then there's another guy that qualified, Sebastian Rivera, also a Jersey guy. So yeah, so we'll have three other guys for Puerto Rico there. So I still know a decent amount of people there.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's nice to be able to go and be able to just hang out with people and everybody else is speaking French.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Are you brushing up on your French?
No, I was thinking I should though. I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not, but I don't
All right,
know.
so you're a Hawthorne High School graduate. I know a lot of people that are going to watch this. They're from Hawthorne or graduated Hawthorne, came through Hawthorne. But to my knowledge, and unless anybody corrects me, you are the first Olympian coming out of Hawthorne High School. So what year did you graduate?
2013.
So shout out to class of 2013. That's pretty
Yeah,
awesome. You're representing the whole town.
yeah. I'm excited for it. A lot of good support at the time.
So how did you get involved? Do you have siblings? Like, were you wrestling with brothers when you were little?
Yeah, so I got So I got a twin brother, Evan Ramos. So he wrestled on the Puerto Rican team as well for a little while at 97 kgs. I'm 86, so that's like 189 in pounds. But now he's a cop in Harrisburg, so he's currently retired. Um, but yeah, we wrestled growing up all throughout high school, competing against each other with that a little bit. But he was always a great partner for me. It was just kind of like also being smart with it so we don't get out of hand, fighting each other while we're wrestling. But he's been a great support. So I wish I could have had him come to the Olympics to be a partner, but he's got a baby on the way during that time. And then I got a sister as well. She's a year older. And then I have a half brother, step sisters, and a step brother. So
You have a lot of
yeah,
support. So in addition to having a whole town behind you, it's nice that you have the support of your family.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I'm married and I got kids, and my wife and my kids will come. Her parents will come. So her family's very supportive as well. So yeah, I'm definitely blessed to have all that.
Well, and I think I don't think people really understand that, when you're an Olympian, you have to pay your own way. Like there's nobody's
Yeah.
nobody's get saying, "Hey, congratulations, you're an Olympian. Here's a bunch of money so you can go to Paris." Everybody pays their own way because you're all amateurs, right?
Well, so that's true in like the sense of like family more so. But for me, like the Puerto Rico will cover my flight and my stay, and like and competition and all that. But like for me to have my family come out, like my wife and kids, or anybody else, like besides my two parents, because they'll give me the two tickets. But anybody else that's close by, like I'm not able to get any like extra tickets or anything like that. So like all that comes out to be pretty expensive. And but I've seen also like my mom and my aunts were like they were booking a place, they had a place, the Airbnb canceled, and then they doubled the price, and then that
Wow.
happened three times. So it was like, yeah, it's just a lot more expensive than we expected. And that was part of like I was telling you before, like it was very exciting, and then all of a sudden there was a lot of stress because all of a sudden the finances are just like way more than I expected.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way to budget for it, and that's why I'm glad that started a go like a spot fund, right? A spot fund.
Yeah.
We
Uh-huh.
started a spot fund page, and I'm gonna post the address so that people can go to it and donate, and whether it's $1, $2, $5, whatever you can donate to help Ethan and his family be able to go and enjoy this pretty much a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I appreciate that. And yeah, and I want to be clear for the people that are watching, like, that it does go to support me as like more so for the support of the family coming through. So it's not that I'm not able to get there if I don't get the money because I'll still be able to go compete, have what I need. But it's so that I can get my family go without having all this like big financial burden on them.
Yeah, it's expensive. I mean, because you're there. How long are you there for? Is it 2 weeks?
Yeah, yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, 24th to the 12th. And before
Yeah.
that, I'm gonna be gone like most of the summer. I'm only gonna be home for like 2.5 weeks.
Are you training? You training during the summer before the competition?
Yeah, yeah. I'll do a ranking series tournament in Hungary and on the 7th of June. So I'll be gone the 2nd to the 9th then, and do a camp and maybe a tournament in Italy, and then another one in Spain. So there's yeah, a lot of, and then on the 18th, I'm going to go to Puerto Rico and go. It'll be a lot of travel back and forth.
Yeah, it's exhausting. And then pretty much you're competing against.
Yeah, and that's also that's
I was going
yeah,
to say
that,
you're also going to be competing against like the best wrestlers from around the world, which some of them you've already seen in other competitions, right?
yeah, yeah. I wrestled most of the like I think the top three guys, and then a couple around the top eight. So yeah, so I've seen a lot of them, and this ranking series could be pretty similar because everybody's going to be trying to get a good seed for the Olympics.
Yeah, I wrestled for about a year, 1 year. I think it was cub wrestling.
Oh,
That was just before high school. I was like, that's it. I'm like, this is not for me.
oh yeah, what'd you end up sticking with?
Huh?
What'd you end up sticking with? What sport was?
Well, I'm doing the podcast now.
Uh, uh,
So when you were in school growing up and you had coaches, you had mentors. Is there anybody that like you feel like really helped you and pushed you and encouraged you? I'm sure there were a bunch of people, but maybe you could just talk about some of them that helped you through the your school years.
yeah, yeah, and I don't want to, like, I don't want to forget anybody, but there's a lot of coaches throughout my youth program, through high school, and through college that have been very helpful. So if you're listening, thank you for all your help on that. I do feel like there were some that were like very instrumental. Like Coach Bob was a big one. He was the head coach for high school wrestling, and he just went out of his way a lot of times to help us and also help me to get in there when I was going to a different school. Um, and then Rusty Reed was another big one. He gave free lessons to those wrestlers that went to Hawthorne because he was our first state champ, and he was a big inspiration for me, but also a great partner and coach throughout high school. And then Gary Mezzacapo was another big one that provided a free club for me to go to that provided that kind of next level tier wrestling where I was able to wrestle against state placers more often throughout the week. Um, and and so high school wise, that was really big. And then yeah, and then college, I had a lot of coaches, like Kyle Kiss was big for me. I credit him a lot with winning a national championship, my like a freestyle national championship, because he was really helpful in that. But he's another Jersey guy. But Coach Colot, he had recruited me to UNC along with CD Mock and Trevor Chin. And then the next staff, there's a lot of guys there too that were instrumental in helping me develop technically, but so I'll just stop there. But there's a lot of people throughout, so um, I'm very grateful for all that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And during the whole process, when did you say to yourself, how old were you when you said to yourself, I want to be an Olympian. I want to go to the Olympics.
I don't know exactly how old I was, but I know that I remember being probably like before 8 or 10 or something like that. I remember just being in a room and knowing like I wanted to have a full ride to college, be a four-time state champ, four-time national champ, Olympic champ. And that's kind of where I set the goals. It was definitely before 10, I think, but I can't remember exact age. But started off like that, and then not everything has gone accordingly for sure. I haven't been like super happy with all the well, how my career has gone, but I've been very grateful for still like the successes that I have had because it's been difficult, But
Yeah.
I'm grateful I've stuck it out to this point, and now I have a chance to actually make the biggest goal a reality. Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. Was there ever a time where you just said, I can't do it. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore.
I was pretty close actually this year with the Pan Am Games. I was very close. Um, I had like I had a pretty good semifinal match against a really tough guy. He was I think he won nationals, but Mark Hall. Um, I thought it was a very close match. The score was a little bit different, but I feel like they really screwed up the score on one sequence. But I just couldn't get it out of my head. And then the bronze medal match, I wrestled Canada, and I'm not taking anything away from the guy. He wrestled a good match, but I felt like I could definitely beat him pretty well, but I couldn't like get focused. And I had one of the worst matches I've had. in a long time. So I was extremely depressed for a little bit, and I was thinking at that point of maybe I should just stop. Um, but I feel like God kept on giving a lot of people in my life to just point me to say like, I don't know why, but stick with it for a little bit longer. Yeah, and it was like one was my competitor that had pinned that tournament. He was like super encouraging and
Oh,
like
really?
looked up to me and all that. Yeah, and I was like, I felt like that was one sign, and like some kids watching that were super encouraging, telling me to keep my head up, and then teammates. So it seemed pretty clear to keep going at that point.
That's very cool. It's very cool that a competitors would say that. That's when you know
Yeah.
that you're doing something right. If a competitor is saying, "No, don't quit. You're good. Don't stop."
Oh yeah, that's super encouraging.
Well, I can tell you that you've got a lot of fans here in Hawthorne and the surrounding area. I know we're going to try to set up watch parties. The nice thing is that you're in Paris, which is only 5 hours ahead. So if you're competing at 8 o'clock at night,
Yeah,
it's great because for us, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, and I think we're competing at 10 or 11 a.m. So
In the morning? All right, so we're gonna have
yeah,
to
I
find.
think like the yeah the finals will be probably later, like 7 p.m. But
Well, that
yeah,
we know
there'll
you're
be
going to the
still
final.
like couple.
So.
Yeah,
Now, do you know your schedule yet or not yet?
yeah, I know I'm the eighth and ninth. So it all depends also like how I'm doing with it, right? Like I think it's uh I think it's 10 a.m. 2 p.m. maybe for semis, and I think the next day would be at 7 p.m. or something like that. I have a schedule, but I got to double check on it.
All right, yeah, when you get a chance, just take a picture of it, send it to me, and I'll post it so everybody can keep an eye on you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, I wish the Olympics would allow you to have like a little Hawthorne, New Jersey badge on your jersey, you know.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah,
Which,
if someone makes it and sends it to me, I'll put it on my backpack or anything.
all
I
right,
don't
deal.
know if it's legal, but I don't
All
know if it's
right,
legal with the shirts or anything like that. But I'll put it on.
all right. Let's see. We'll get you something. We'll definitely get you something. Well, listen, you got a
Uh,
lot of fans up here. I know you have a lot of fans in your family, and we just want to wish you the best of luck. And again, guys, I'm going to post the spot fund. The nice thing about spot fund, which I learned from Adam Fotz, who I had on the podcast, is that they don't charge anybody any money. So whatever money you're donating goes directly to Ethan and his family. I know it can be very, very expensive. I travel for work and just the cost of flights. They don't care how old you are. You could be 4 years old, you could be 40, you could be 80. They're going to charge you the same amount of money. So
yeah.
we're going to raise as much money as we can for you and your family, to have this experience of a lifetime. Make sure you take a lot of pictures,
Oh, definitely will.
a lot of videos, and when you come back, let's try to get you back on the podcast. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. And do you mind if I do a quick plug too?
absolutely.
Also for those people that are watching wrestling or that are involved in wrestling or whatever, I started a YouTube channel called Koki Wrestling. That's COQUI. Might
What
be
is
easier to look up.
COQUI?
Yeah, it's like the frog of Puerto Rico. So, so there I have different content. Like I'm gonna be doing more like thoughts that I kind of expound on, like a talking head video or like technique videos with dummies or with partners, different things. And I encourage people to like comment and let me know what they're interested in looking at, so I can also cater to that. But I have an Instagram channel with that I kind of use to give like the shorter versions, but also the link towards the YouTube.
What's the address?
And also Koki Wrestling.
It's
So
is it
Koki Wrestling,
Koki Wrestling.
yeah.
All right, so
And
yeah,
I
I'll
do
put,
that.
put those links here too.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, and I do that just so it's like anybody that wants free content can get it. Like I'm not going to be charging anything. It's just for you guys to watch and enjoy, and hopefully that helps out.
Nice. Yeah, we'll make sure to plug that. Make sure that people can comment if they're watching you in Paris. They can comment on there as well.
Yeah,
You
for
talked
sure.
about ducking your head, but you didn't do it. You get a lot of
Yeah,
critics.
give me some critiques, right?
You're gonna have a lot of critiques. Sweep
Uh,
the leg, Ethan. Sweep the leg.
I take it. Yeah, trying to get better however I can.
Well, listen, we wish you all the best. You've got a couple months. I know you got to train, and then you're off the end of July, July 24th. And it's pretty exciting. I think we're supposed to be in Italy right around that same time. So who knows? Maybe we'll take a train up and see if we can catch a match.
Oh, hey,
We'll
there
do
you go. Maybe
do a
too.
live stream. We'll do a live stream, in between your
Yeah,
matches.
that'd be awesome.
Listen, all the best to you, your family. They've got to be so excited. Your kids, I know they're young now, but when they see you coming home with that gold, that gold badge around your neck, it's hanging there, that they'll understand what daddy did. Now, do they wrestle?
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I can see it. Not yet, but I'm trying to teach them right now just coordination stuff, and they're always excited to tell me what they're doing. So
Yeah.
they're picking it up.
I'm sure they're going to be thrilled to watch daddy down there, just it's so exciting. Really excited for you.
Thank you.
So we
I
wish you all the
appreciate it.
best, and we're going to try to raise as much money for you and your family. And again, we wish you much success, much love, and God bless you and your family, and wish you all the best.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, and thanks for having me on
No problem. All right, don't go anywhere. I'm gonna sign off, and then I'll come back to you.
this.
All right, so listen, everybody, if you get a chance, I'm going to put the Spot Fund Me page. If you have some money that you can donate, great. If not, your support, your encouragement, I'll post the Instagram page. You can look them up on Facebook. Send them love, send them encouragement, send them your support, and sometimes that's worth than it's worth more than money can buy. So yeah, make sure you follow him. He's going to start at Paris Olympics coming up in July. All right, be well, everybody.
Thank you.